Okay, for our topic for today, we have MIMs number 7, factoring polynomials. Okay, so paano nga ba gagamitin or paano nga ba mag-factor ng polynomials? Okay, so find the factors of x cubed minus x squared minus 10x minus 8. So the possible factors of negative 8. So una muna, hahanapin natin yung possible factors ng constant natin, which is negative 8. So ano-ano nga ba yung factors ng negative 8? The factors of negative 8 are positive and negative 1, positive and negative 2, positive or negative 4, and positive or negative 8. So basically, ito yung mga factors ng negative 8. So for our solution, we're going to use synthetic division. So pwede natin gamitin yung synthetic division para malaman natin kung ano-ano talaga yung mga factors ng polynomial na ito. Okay, so let's try positive 1. Okay, so positive 1. So paano nga ba mag-synthetic division? Since our given is x cubed, so we have numerical coefficient of 1, and negative x squared, we have a numerical coefficient of negative 1, and negative 10x, we have a numerical coefficient of negative 10 and negative 8. So bring down 1 here. So here we have positive 1. So bring down 1. 1 times 1, that's 1. 1, negative 1 plus positive 1 is 0. So 0 times 1 is 0. Negative 10 plus 0 is negative 10. Negative 10 times positive 1, that's negative 10. Negative 8 plus negative 10 is equal to negative 18. Since the remainder is negative 18, we can say that x minus 1 is not a factor of x cubed minus x squared minus 10x minus 8. So, ibig sabihin, yung x minus 1 ay hindi na natin isasama sa mga factor kasi nga, ang sagot natin sa remainder ay negative 18. Ang goal natin is makuha natin ang 0 as the remainder. Okay, so let's try negative 1. So, dito tayo sa negative 1. Negative 1, so again, ito ulit yung ating gagamitin para sa synthetic division kasi isa lang naman yung ating given. 1 times negative 1 is negative 1. Negative 1 plus negative 1 is negative 2. So negative 2 times negative 1, that's positive 2. Negative 10 plus positive 2 is negative 8. Negative 8 times negative 1 is positive 8. Negative 8 plus positive 8 is 0. So, kung 0 ang ating remainder, we can say that x plus 1 is a factor of x cubed minus x squared minus 10x minus 8. Bakit negative 1? Bakit x plus 1? Kasi nga, kapag negative 1, di ba pinapalitan natin yung sign kapag ginagawa na natin siyang factor. Therefore, x plus 1 is a factor of x cubed minus x squared minus 10x minus 8. So, meron na tayong isa, which is x plus 1. Okay, for the next one, nag-try ng positive 2 naman. Okay, and then negative 2. So, ganun lang ulit yung process, and then tingnan natin yung remainder dito, negative 24. So, we can say that x minus 2 is not a factor of x cubed minus x squared minus 10x minus 8. So, trinay din yung negative 2 naman. Okay, dito, negative 2. So, iisa-isahin yan. So, nung yung negative 2 ang ginamit, ang sagot ay 0 as a remainder. So, we can say that x plus 2 is a factor of this polynomial. Okay. So, meron na tayong dalawa. Okay, next naman is positive 4 and negative 4. So, nung trinay na i-pull in ang positive 4, ang naging remainder ay 0. Therefore, x minus 4 is a factor of this polynomial or our given. How about negative 4? Nung yung negative 4 naman ang ginamit, ang sagot ay negative 48 as a remainder. Therefore, x plus 4 is not a factor. So, meron na tayong tatlo. Okay, for the last one, we have positive and negative 8. So, nung ginamit yung positive 8, ang naging remainder ay 360. Therefore, x minus 8 is not a factor. And then, nung ginamit naman yung negative 8, ang naging remainder ay negative 504. So, we can say that x plus 8, ito ay x plus 8. Okay, nagkaroon lang ng typographical error. X plus 8 is not a factor of x cubed minus x squared minus 10x minus 8. So, balikan natin yung ating mga nakuhang factors. Okay, therefore, the factors of x cubed minus x squared minus 10x minus 8 are x plus 1 times x plus 2 times x minus 4, or x plus 1, x plus 2, and x minus 4. So, ito yung mga factors ng ating given. Since nung ginamit natin ang mga ito, ang naging sagot sa synthetic division as a remainder is 0. Okay, for number 2, find the factors of x cubed plus x squared minus 17x plus 15. O, iba na yung given natin. So, gagamitan naman natin siya ng factor theorem. So, ibig sabihin, pwede palang gamitin yung synthetic division at pwede rin gamitin yung factor theorem sa paghahanap ng mga factors ng polynomial. So, we are going to test x minus 1. Since x minus 1, bakit naging x minus 1? Kasi, una, kinuha natin yung factors ng positive 15. Ano-ano nga ba yung factors ng 15? That is positive or negative 1, positive or negative 3, positive or negative 5, and positive or negative 15. Since, try natin yung x minus 1. So, x minus 1, ano yung value ng c natin? The value of c is positive 1. So, we're going to pull in positive 1 sa mga variable na x. So, papalitan lang natin. So, here, x cubed naging 1 cubed plus x squared naging 1 squared minus 17 times 1 plus 15. So, we're going to extract the exponent. So, 1 cubed is 1, 1 squared is 1, minus 17 times 1, that's 17 plus 15. Okay, so we have 1 plus 1, 2, 2 minus 17, that's negative 15 plus 15. So, negative 15 plus 15 is 0. Therefore, we can say that x minus 1 is a factor of x cubed plus x squared minus 17x plus 15 kasi ang sagot natin dito ay 0. So, for the next one, we have to test if x plus 1 is a factor. So, we have the value of c as negative 1. So, papalitan lang ulit natin lahat ng x ng negative 1. So, we have negative 1 cubed plus negative 1 squared minus 17 times negative 1 plus 15. So, what will happen is that we're going to have negative 1 cubed, that's negative 1, plus negative 1 squared, that's positive 1, plus negative 17 times negative 1, that's positive 17 plus 15. So, ano nangyari? So, we have negative 1 plus positive 1, that's 0. So, natira na lang si 17 plus 15. 17 plus 15 is 32. Since p of negative 1, this is p of negative 1, okay? So, since p of negative 1 is not equal to 0, then we can say that x plus 1 is not a factor of x cubed plus x squared minus 17x plus 15. So, ganun lang ulit yung gagawin natin sa mga susunod. Itatry natin yung positive and negative 3, positive and negative 5, and positive and negative 15. Lahat ng magiging sagot ninyo na 0 ang magiging sagot sa dulo, yung ginamit ninyo ay magiging factors. Okay, dito trinay yung positive 3. So, yung positive 3, alam naman natin na x minus 3 yan. So, nung trinay yung positive 3, ang naging sagot ay 0. Therefore, x minus 3 is a factor. And then, nung trinay naman yung negative 3, ang naging sagot ay 48. So, therefore, x plus 3 is not a factor. So, next, nung trinay naman yung positive 5, ang naging sagot ay 80. Therefore, x minus 5 is not a factor. Okay, nung trinay naman na i-pull in ang negative 5, ang naging sagot ay 0. Therefore, x plus 5 is a factor. So, now, ano-ano yung mga nakuha natin na factors? Therefore, the factors of x cubed plus x squared minus 17x plus 15 are x minus 1, x minus 3, and x plus 5. Bakit hindi na trinay yung positive 15? Kasi nakakuha na tayo ng tatlong factors. Bakit tatlong factors? Kasi yung ating highest term or leading term is x cubed. Therefore, tatlo yung factors natin. So, nakakuha na tayo ng tatlo, kaya huminto na tayo. So, nakuha na natin ang mga factors.